can't fulfill an assignment trying to convince the devil that you anointed. God himself has confirmed it. So let me pose to you a question. What if the devil would have been convinced? What if he would have been convinced? Then what? What if he would have believed him and said, okay, do you get more accolade for that? And what I'm trying to say is, what's the point? If God has already said, that's my son, who cares what the devil thinks?
That's right.
Let's move on. That just messed me up. And excuse me, I know I've read this text a million times. I've looked at it, but it messed me up that just the last verse of the previous chapter, God gives me his stamp of approval. And right after God says, that's my son, the tempter shows up and tries to make me not believe I am who God has already told me I am. Baby, do you understand that that's why the devil is trying to convince you that you are not who you claim to be, because God has already spoken? He showed up. Jesus was still wet. Hair hadn't even dried out yet. And now, as soon as he out the water, the devil want to show up. Whenever, listen to me, whenever there's been information and revelation received, you can always expect the tempter.
Right.
Whenever there's been information and revelation received, you can always expect the tempter. Do you want to know why the devil tries you the most on Monday? After you've just got that powerful word on Sunday? Because he wants to try the revelation and the information you just received to make you doubt what you just heard. You need to start telling the devil when he shows up to tempt you, baby, it's too late. I already heard God. If you was going to try to tempt me, you should have showed up in chapter 3. But you waited until after I've already heard God? Where's my shouting crowd at? I've already heard God's voice, and now you want to show up and try to tilt me. Look at the reply, verse 15. Are you there? Wait a minute, am I too far down? Let's go back to chapter 4, I'm sorry. Make these stones turn to bread. Jesus, because I know you're hungry. Do you understand that the devil is always going to tempt you with what you need at the moment? Oh, let me go and stay there for a minute. Baby, if you like him tall, dark, and handsome, he's not going to tempt you. Hello, somebody. If you like him shaped like an hourglass, he's not going to tempt you with a Clorox bottle. He's not going to tempt you with that. The devil knows exactly the weakest moment to get in your spirit, and that's when he'll show. That's why if you got an assignment, you got to stay on your face. Because he'll always show up. That's how you always get that text message right at the right time. Don't get nobody in trouble with all that laughing y'all doing. Look at what Jesus says. But Jesus answered and said, as it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. Go back to chapter 3, verse 17. You trying to feed my flesh, and God is feeding my spirit. And so some folks talking about, Lord, my flesh is weak. Baby, it's not your flesh that needs to be tempted. It's not your flesh that needs to be made better. It's your spirit that needs to be fed. You're trying to tempt my flesh when it gets weak. You're trying to tempt my flesh when it gets hungry, when it want to be satisfied. Baby, you can't tempt me with my flesh. My spirit is already connected with God.